Hello, Sim here. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, you're probably just waiting to see a video on this. In general, Sim is a fairly calm YouTuber who's managed somehow to keep calm on stream. Off air though, and well, one can get a little ragey. And this game has made me pretty angry. Even taking a break away from the game and doing some non-YouTube real life stuff, to only come back and give that game just another chance to have it spit back in my face. Not nice at all. Thus I tweeted that I was pretty close to deleting this game off of both consoles. And as other followers on Twitter stated out, Sim is not really one of those traditional haters who produces hate videos and nothing but hate videos. I hate this, I hate that, because that's what their YouTube channel is all about. Now I'm sure some viewers out there will be chuckling going, your net doomer couldn't save you. And the answer is, that is quite right. Put simply, the network code is atrocious. And what really amplifies this atrocious network code is the matchmaking. Sure, the net doomer can control the server that you connect to, i.e. in your region. Without it, I would have been put on USA and Russian dedicated servers. I'm not joking here. I turned the geo filter off and the game was putting me on Russian and USA servers. And it just demonstrates how bad the matchmaking is because it's put a UK gamer onto dedicated servers that are not appropriate for my region. Wait a minute, didn't Advanced Warfare do this too? So I mean, that was when skill-based matchmaking came into serious play. Skill-based. Even if they are on the other side of the world, forget ping. Yes, good old SBMM, skill-based matchmaking. And back in AW times, the net doomer seriously rescued us from this bad matchmaking. It would still be skill-based, but the doomer would ensure we played on a local server and against local players with the use of strict mode. Over the years though, it seems that the effectiveness of strict mode as it was back in Advanced Warfare days has been eroded, i.e. it's been circumvented by the COD netcode and its matchmaking. And this is more evident now in Black Ops 4, I mean really evident. What's happening, if you're lucky, is that you get put onto a local dedicated server. And there are, to Activision's credit, a lot more data centers that have been stood up to support the game. Unfortunately, there are regions in the world where there are no dedicated server support at all. Guess what happens? Those players from those regions get put onto your local dedicated server. There's very little network traffic between you and these gamers, and you only see this during the matchmaking process. Basically, all of their gaming traffic then just talks directly to the dedicated server. So people may blame it on the 60 Hz tick rate, which for me in reality is a 70 Hz tick rate. And where we are gaming on a local dedicated server, for me, which is 7 millisecond ping, we're in a match where we're gaming against players with over 100 millisecond ping and have bad jitter. The 60 Hz tick rates just allows you to see players lagging across the screen or running on the spot, and it just demonstrates it crystal clearly to everyone. What really miffed me off the other day was that I was shooting a player in hardcore with 3 to 6 bullets in the chest. They should have died with 2 bullets at close range. We're talking 3 to 5 meters, and they just didn't die. And then they just one-shot me and I died, and I was like, what? With a few more words than that. Now normally Treyarch consider the saviours of COD. Where other studios have gone in the wrong direction, Treyarch normally gives the COD community what they want, and they usually deliver. Unfortunately, not this time. Now I've heard from others, but I've not read it in person, that due to this massive Treyarch ex-employee post the big leak because he got fired, that the development of Black Ops 4 multiplayer was, well, less than a year. Now one familiar with software development knows there's a key period of time for design before code development starts. But even to me, this sounds way too late, as you leave yourself just hardly any room or very little runway for testing your product. Now Activision foot the bill, so the actual serious development was most likely delayed by Activision until they greenlit the project for coding etc. to seriously commence. Hence the late breaking news on, well, no single player campaign, dudes. They really just didn't know what direction to go. Now, back in one of my Blackout streams during the beta, I talked about the opportunity for them to use Blackout for the purposes of a brand new graphics engine that would scale, not only in size of maps, but the resolution of your polygons, textures, everything. Lots of scaling. And that they could test this brand new netcode and graphics engine, fix it during this year and use it for the next year's Call of Duty multiplayer, whilst they relied on the traditional multiplayer engine for, risk-averse strategy. Unfortunately, it's just not looking that way at all. Now, as we all know, Activision hold the dosh, multi-billions of it. And the COD engine is over 10 years old and it's now seriously showing its age, no ifs and buts. Hacks, glitches, allowing cheaters, lots of mischief is commonplace in COD. And now the netcode and the severity of the matchmaking is just making things so much worse. Unfortunately, they've taken your money. Well over a month has passed and traditionally this means, oh well, tough shit, we ain't fixing anything now. We're just gonna pump out some DLC and well, camos and stuff for those microtransactions, as that is where the money is. And I mean big money. Not the 40 to 85 pounds you shout out for the game, it's all in this microtransaction shit. Serious amounts of money there, big time. When EA tried on the whole loot boxes that was pay to win for Star Wars Battlefront 2, there was a massive community backlash. Pre-orders nosedived. That meant there was no money coming in. And suddenly EA listened. I'm afraid it will be the same with Activision. The only way we're going to get the COD we want with a modern, written from the ground up game engine with proper netcode is, well, not to pre-order the next COD and to stop buying the microtransactions. Money speaks. Deny them your money and suddenly they will start listening. This stance could kill my channel, but unless we as a community make a stand, nothing will change and we will hear the same words every year. This COD has the potential to be the best COD ever, if only they improved their netcode. Oh well, until next time, this has been Sim.